Sometimes, paradise hides a prison. Behind glittering glass walls and the endless view of Morro do Careca, a secret was unfolding inside the most luxurious beach mansion in Ponta Negra. A secret born not from fate but from doubt, pride, and a dangerous game of love. With glass walls glittering in the sunlight and a sweeping view of Morro do Careca, the beach mansion in Ponta Negra looked like paradise. But for Marcos Villar, 40-year-old hotel tycoon, it had become a cage of his own making, a gilded prison that echoed with silence. He sat in a wheelchair, victim not of tragedy, but of deception. Marcos had staged an accident and faked paralysis, a cruel test designed to answer a single question. Did Gabriela, his young and radiant fiancée, truly love him? Only his physician knew the secret. At first, Gabriela played her role to perfection. Tears fell on his shoulder, her voice trembled with vows of eternal loyalty, her arms wrapped him with tenderness. She was the picture of devotion. But time stripped the mask away. The sighs became sharper, the care grew careless, and love gave way to impatience. Her eyes wandered, her smile vanished. She grew restless, bitter, trapped with a man she believed was broken beyond repair. Anna, the nurse hired to tend to him, was nothing like her. She treated Marcos as more than a patient, she treated him as a man. She shared stories of her little boy, laughed easily, and never once filled the room with pity or pretense. From the stillness of his chair, Marcos saw the contrast with cruel clarity. Anna's kindness was genuine. Gabriela's love was not. The breaking point came one glittering afternoon, sunlight spilling over the pool like molten gold. Gabriela, dressed for a party and holding a cocktail glass, leaned close. Her voice was smooth, but her words were sharp. Perhaps it was time to separate if, of course, Marcos signed over the mansion and a $5 million trust. She believed he had no choice. She thought him helpless. That was when Marcos rose. Slowly, deliberately, he pushed himself from the chair and stood tall. Gabriela's glass slipped from her hand, shattering against the tiles. Her face drained of color, her voice cracked into a whisper. You can walk." "Yes," Marcos said, his tone cold as steel. "And I can finally see you for who you are. My test is over. And you failed." He turned, not to the woman who betrayed him, but to the one who never pretended. "Anna, thank you. You cared for the man you thought was broken." Gabriela was cast out, her glittering reputation left in ruins. In the quiet that followed, Marcos felt the weight of shame. He confessed everything to Anna, expecting anger. Instead, she listened. And then, with a courage he hadn't shown before, he made her an offer, not a handout, but a legacy. He would fund her dream of opening her own care agency. A year later, at the launch of Care with Soul, Anna spoke before a hall filled with families, nurses, and patients whose lives would be changed by her vision. Marcos stood quietly at the back, not as a lover, but as a proud friend. He had unmasked greed, exposed deception, and in Anna's compassion, found a truth stronger than wealth. Kindness endures. True love cannot be manufactured, and it cannot be tested. It is revealed, always, by kindness. If you believe the greatest wealth is compassion, leave a heart. In the end, Marcos learned that money can buy mansions, power can silence crowds, and schemes can expose truth. But only kindness can heal. Anna's dream became reality, her agency touching lives with dignity and compassion. Marcos, once a man who tried to measure love through deceit, found something greater, the courage to build, not to test. Because true love isn't proven by traps or trials. It reveals itself quietly, in patience, in honesty, in kindness. And that is the only wealth that lasts.